So this is my 3D printed sculpture, Mount Glacier. It's actually kind of cool in a couple of different ways. You can almost see right through it. You know, the filament is so translucent that you can see my hand behind it moving. And if you got really, really close, you can look through some of these joints where the 4 or 5 different towers all came together. And like right here, where this tower and this tower, where they separate from one another and start to go in different directions, there's a little problem inside there as far as the 3D printer is concerned, because it's going to want some kind of support, some kind of webbing, cribbage built inside there. So when it comes to a new joint, when it starts to separate, it's actually got something to put that first couple of lines of filament on top of, or otherwise it'll just fall in. It'll fall in the bottom, and then that joint that you're trying to make, it's going to fail right there. There's going to be a hole before it finally starts coming up again, or it's just going to be a big ugly mess. This one, and another one that I did, similar shape but in a different color, called Sun Scraper, I actually had to put my hands inside there. I found a spatula in the kitchen, a metal spatula, and I could put that metal spatula in there as the print head is starting to travel across inside there and make that bridge. And I can use that metal print head to hold the filament up until it could cool enough where it would support its own weight. On Sun Scraper, on the yellow one that I did, same design, a little bit taller I think it was, and it was a translucent yellow. I actually reached in there with my hand and put my hand under the print head and just kind of guided along, it worked with the print head as it was moving back and forth, trying to hold that filament up long enough for it to cool. And then I thought, no, wait, I got tools. I got a tool for this. So once that one was finally done and my hand cooled down a little, because it's at about 200 degrees centigrade, I ran in the kitchen and I got a metal spatula. So when it came time to do the next joint, I could just reach in there with that cold metal spatula and follow along the print, follow the print head along and let the filament cool as it hit that cold spatula. And that worked perfect. So this one has no internal support inside there. There's none of that cribbage built in there. So it just helps with the translucent effect of it all. And I guess what really drew me to this form was I was creating it in the CAD program on the computer. And I just started pulling up these squares, and then turning them into pyramids. And the more I played with it and the more I pulled on it, and the more grand it became, majestic looking. When you can sit there and look at it in all the different directions on the computer, and it was just like, okay, yeah, I got to print this. This is cool. I've got to take this out to the big printer and do it out there. And I was right. It's cool. It's got a certain presence to it. It just says, I'm me, and you need to know me. Oh, look. She had a baby.